Hey, Alec. Hey, Doris. I'm a little late starting the stream today, but I had stuff I had to take care of, and I'm not even done taking care of all the stuff that I need to do, but I figured I'd take a break from that, stream for a couple hours, and then get back to it. I got gypped on my health buff. All the buffs are 2600 except for health, which is 23. Saw episode 1 on TV last night and thought to yourself you enjoy the prequels more than the new movies, especially Last Jedi. Yeah, I don't know. The prequels could have been so much better than they were. Granted, Last Jedi could have been so much better than it was too. You're really loving the KOTOR 2 series? You're tempting you to reinstall? I'm tempting you to reinstall. Well, I'm glad you like it. I got, I guess I can tell you a little bit of a secret. I've already got the next 3 episodes recorded. But I'm only going to post 1 episode a week. That way, if there's ever a time where I can't record, like if I go out of town for a weekend or something, I'll still be able to post the next episode because I'll have already done it. So I'm going to try my best to stay ahead of the curve with recording. Which is both good and bad, right? Like it's really good because then I'll never, hopefully I'll never miss, you know, a week. But it's bad because if somebody like wants me to do something in an upcoming episode, like let's say I post this episode that I'm going to post tomorrow, and somebody's like, oh, you know, next week, you know, this is going to happen and it'd be really cool if you could do this, which first of all they shouldn't do because then that's spoilers. But if they do that, I'm not going to be able to actually accommodate them because most likely I'll have already recorded the next episode. Volleyball. Let's try that. Also, with the episode release thing, my patrons on Patreon are able to watch one episode ahead in the series. So, for example, the episode of KOTOR 2 that I'm going to be posting tomorrow, people or subscribers on my Patreon were able to watch that a week ago. And like same thing, when I make the next episode available tomorrow on YouTube, I'll post the following episode on Patreon. So, if anybody, you know, people that pledge, it's only like $1 a month on Patreon, you get a week early access. A lot of YouTubers do that, so I figured why not. If I'm going to be recording episodes ahead of time, then that's another way to incentivize people to pledge just to, like $1 a month. Shit, I didn't realize I was dizzy. And I haven't announced this yet because I really didn't know the best way to do it. But starting Thursday, I will be starting a new series on my channel that is Star Wars related. I won't say what it is, but on Thursday you will find out. These guys are gonna kill me. Oh shit, I was dizzy again. I picked up Novice Medic, but I never got any stim packs. Oh, it's 10. Oh, that didn't do shit. Damn it, he was so close to dying. Volleyball. Your phone died as I made my announcement? Too bad, you missed it. No, I said on Thursday I'm going to be starting a new series for a new game on my channel that is Star Wars related, but I'm not going to say what it is just yet. You will find out on Thursday. guys have about 8,000 health. I want to compare that to the Fombas. 25% resistant energy. Alright, so our goal today... I don't think we're gonna get... We're definitely not gonna get counter-sniping 3, but this is what we're going for. So, we're definitely gonna get counter-sniping 1. We're already more than halfway there. And we probably won't get counter-sniping 2 today. It really depends on how fast we can burn through these missions. And then in Scout... We'll definitely get Hunting 3. That might be it. So if we can get Counter-Sniping 1 and Hunting 3, today I will consider a success. These guys take a lot longer to kill than they should. Try to take these guys 3 at a time, right? Because there's 6. Yeah. Do 3 and 3. So, something else that's coming up. I don't know exactly when this is going to get posted, but it's going to require a lot of editing. I got all the footage I need, which was honestly was a lot harder than it should have been. But now I have to go through it all and edit it, and it's like about 3 hours of footage. Is a Deathwatch Bunker jetpack crafting guide. That's right. It's finally coming. It's probably like the second most requested video that I do after a bounty hunter guide. Nah, that's not true. Third most. Second is just like Jedi videos. Like, oh, show us your Jedi. But that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna have to do all my Jedi videos on Nova using a throwaway character. What weapon am I using to grind out riflemen? I am using a spray stick. Oh, nice. You can't even see the model. Oh, there it is. Wait, where'd it go? There. You have to, like, kind of angle it. I don't know why it's doing that. I used to be able to see it. Oh, that's weird. That's so weird. Anyway. Spray stick is a very fast-firing rifle. I think it has the fastest weapon speed or attack speed for any rifle, which is good for grinding. Especially riflemen, because rifles are typically very slow. So if you can get a spray stick with a speed as close to 1.0 as possible, I have 1.2, which was the fastest I could find at the time. That wasn't ridiculously expensive. Mirkov, you can help with the crafting run if I do it at a time that I'm not working. I already have all the footage. I went on 2 jetpack crafting runs with the MIR Mirage Guild, and then Forelli and I actually went on to Nova and did a Deathwatch Bunker run on Nova where he was just one-hitting all the enemies. So they didn't have to worry about actually like fighting everybody. And we were able to just go from room to room and be like, okay, you have to go this way, and then you have to defeat this guy, and then you can do this, and then, you know, whatever. Here's where you get this key. So that's all recorded, I just have to edit it now. And the editing's gonna take quite a while, because there's a lot of footage.
I am here because you are here.
SR-Man donated $5. Thanks for sharing all the SWG content. Keep up the great work. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see. The Bully Bulls had 8k ham and 25% energy resist. These guys, 20% energy resist and 9k ham. So I actually think... the Fombas are easier to kill than the Bully Bulls. They have 1,000 more health, but 5% less resist. So I think it kind of nets average, right? Nets about the same. But let's see how much XP they give. Ah, but that's something to keep in mind. The Bully Bowl's dizzied, but the Fombas will dizzy and change your posture, which could cause you to get knocked down. You started playing about a month ago, and the videos are great for info. You think you're on episode 70 or something? Awesome, man. I'm glad you enjoy them. A lot of people do watch them in order, but just so you know, they're obviously not episodic. So you can watch them in any order you want, but jumping around, I guess you might skip a couple or whatever. I think it's funny, it took me like 30 or 40 videos before I made an installation guide. So if you start at the beginning, you end up like 30 videos in is like how to get started. There was a period where I considered just like going through the entire playlist and getting rid of the episode numbers, but I kind of like having them just so I know how many videos I've made, which even that's not 100% accurate because there have been times where I did like, oh, episode 25, and then I forgot to say something, so I made like episode 25 and a half. Or some episodes have multiple parts, so it's like episode 30, part 1, part 2, part 3. So, I don't know. They're not very well organized. DWB guide sounds good. Yeah, it's coming. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take me to make it, but like I said, I have all the footage, so it's coming. So, okay, so he gave 2600 XP. The Bully Bowls were about the same, right? What were they, 24? No, they're also 26, so it's the same. So it doesn't really matter. These give about 200 scouting XP. The Bully Bowls are doing 161. So, alright, so the Fombas are actually better for scouting XP. But Bully Bowl is more fun to say. I feel like I'm, what's his name from Guardians of the Galaxy? Bully, bully, bully. I don't know, when he's like making fun of the one dude. I gotta see if I can find that clip. Hold on. Best video so far is the one with the guy who meets that girl online and then finally finds out it's a guy. Yeah. I mean, you can't make that shit up. Yondu. Let me see, I think this is the scene. This is where he said, I think he says Bully Bowl. Bully Bully Bowl. It's so, I don't know why it's so quiet. But that's it. Bully Bully Bowl. Oh, it's so stupid, but it's funny. course, they knock, or they make me dizzy right after they make me go prone. Crap, we aggroed the whole nest. I should just run. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to tank all these guys. Run, watermelon, run! Lost one, two. Okay, cool. I think this is... We should be able to tank two, right? Okay. Hey, Chitterin. Jewbug? Hey Mobius, I haven't been here in a while because for some reason my Twitch account wasn't following you anymore. You just started playing again because you missed playing the game. You had to make another character to become a Jedi because you don't remember where you left last off with the content badges, and I was confused. I really don't want to start over, but if I want to become force sensitive... You don't have to, you can always just examine your character to see what badges you have. Like this. So this guy only has one badge. Hey, Beheld. And yeah, Chitterin, it's Stellaris music. I almost always have Stellaris music playing on stream just because it's very chill and YouTube doesn't yell at me for it. I don't know if these Fambahide segments are really worth keeping. I always just destroy them. They're not very hard to get. Tried that, but you were in the middle of one content mission and can't remember where the next mission is? Oh, so you were doing like a theme park? Yeah, it's kind of annoying in that case to figure out where you left off, but it's probably a lot easier than starting a whole new character. Were you doing like the Rebel or Imperial theme park? Or like Jabba's theme park? Hey Drenched, and hey Zyther? Drenched, I love the Creparian emotes. By the way, guys, I totally have an emote of my own now. Wait a minute, how do I do it?
Thanks, my young friend.
Check that out for subscribers. And Zyther, thanks for following. I hope I'm saying your name right. You can totally emote my helmet now, guys, if you sub. You think you were doing Jabba's theme park? Alright, then all you gotta do is just go to Jabba's theme park and start talking to the NPCs in order that you would do it if you were doing it from like a new tune. And they'll tell you, like if you've already finished the quests for them, they'll tell you the name of the next NPC to talk to. I don't think he might not have a data pad waypoint if he like finished the mission for one dude but didn't talk to the next guy yet. Hey Blarg. Shoot, not paying attention. Just laying here prone, getting stomped on. Drenched, I haven't played since the village system released. How has it affected the server? Well, I mean, obviously we have Jedi now. It's been almost a year since it was added, so the Jedi numbers are starting to get up there a little bit. It's not ridiculous yet, but the Death Watch bunker run that I went on the other night, they had like 4 Jedi, and I think 3 of them were Jedi Knights already. So we're getting there to the point where like Jedi aren't necessarily a rarity anymore, but I don't think it's quite there yet. You just Blarg just came back like 6 days ago, already mastered 2 profs and got my Force Crystal from the old man. Wow, you're dedicated, bro. You must play a lot. Alright, try not to pull the whole layer this time. Stop! Okay. How many we got? 4? 5? Alright, we can do 3 at a time. I think. Revive the Jedi Order. You're not the first person to say that. Somebody wanted me to start a guild that was like Jedi only and have like a knight and Padawan, or like a master Padawan like roleplay thing, which back in live I totally tried to do, but I can't do it now because like I'm trying to keep my Jedi tune a secret. So unless I'm running it on like a non-Jedi character, which just seems hypocritical, to make like a Jedi-only guild that's run by a non-Jedi. Blarg says, well, this game was your first love when it comes to MMOs. I came back with some friends in tow and we banged out the content. It also helped that I used your Warren guide. Nice. Yeah, that Warren guide, people still send me messages about that, thanking me for that video. It's right around there is where I think the content started to get a little better, or I should say the quality. Because some of my early videos, man, they're cringy, even for me. But yeah, I'm glad it helped. Should probably go back on some of the videos that are more popular, that still get a lot of views, like the Warren guide, and make custom thumbnails for them. Because I didn't do custom thumbnails on my videos for a really long time, because I didn't really think it was that important. But now that I've been doing YouTube for a lot longer, I realized that the thumbnail is actually really important. And I haven't like retroactively done custom thumbnails for any of those vids. Oh, come on. Oh, we just we just qualified for counter sniping 1. We're really close to getting hunting 3. You've been subbed to me since maybe episode 20-ish. Just been super busy on Twitch. Yeah, Twitch, I would like to do more Twitch stuff, but my real life schedule just kind of prevents me right now. Monday is my stream day, so I'm on usually a little earlier than I am right now. Today I'm doing a little bit of a late stream because I was doing IRL stuff. I still have IRL stuff to take care of, but I wanted a break, so here I am. But usually Monday afternoon, like around 1 p.m. Eastern time, is when I'll start to stream, and I'll usually stream for like 2 or 3 hours. So close to hunting 3. Glad you caught me. Now you get to log in, buff up, and wait for Sith Assassins. Yeah, the village is on phase 1 right now, so it's a good time to start if you haven't gotten to the village yet. It just cycled, I think, on like July 18th or something, so it's been less than a week since phase 1 started. Which reminds me, I actually have to go on my Force Sensitive and do a phase 1 quest. You have 200k combat banked and 900k polearm banked as well, so maybe it'll help. It will, but I highly recommend going commando. The commando profession. And going the grenade way, the grenade route, if you can afford it. Because spamming grenades has been a godsend for grinding Force Sensitive XP. It is very expensive, though. Oh man, we're so close to hunting 3. We need 27 more scout XP. We can get that before we go back. What can we kill? A flute? It's probably not enough. Some bugs over here. Let's kill these. You went Master Pikeman due to it being what you ran back in 03 and you don't see many of that profession. Pikeman's not bad. You get, I forget the name of the weapon, but one of your weapons does electricity damage, which is really useful in the Deathwatch bunker. You also can use those Night Sister energy lances, which if you get lucky can get a nice damage over time on them. But back in live, when I grinded Jedi, or I should say the Force sensitive stuff, when I did the village grind, I was a Terraskasi master, master swordsman. So I would max out unarmed and two-handed weapon XP and then go and exchange it. And I don't remember how many trips it took me to go to the village, but it took forever. So since we've been playing on here, people have recommended the commando route, because when you kill something with grenades as a commando, there is no grenade XP. So instead of getting like 8,000 grenade XP and 800 combat XP, like here, how I'm getting like rifle XP, and then you get 10% of the weapon XP as combat XP. When you kill something with grenades, you get the full amount, so like the 800 in this case, as just pure combat XP. So it's like the amount of XP that you get is ridiculous, because combat XP is worth 10 times as much as weapon XP. But the big downside to that technique is you have to pay for grenades, because grenades are consumable items. So the more grinding you do with grenades, the more you have to spend on grenades. And I think I've spent like close to 2 million credits on grenades already. And I'm only about halfway through. But like the quickness, I guess, of the grind, or how efficient it is just, you can't compare it to using a regular combat profession. It's insanely fast. Like I do about 3 layers on Dathomir. I usually get like 2 Rancor missions, and by the time I finish those 2 Rancor missions, I need to find just like 1 random creature layer in the wild. And by the time I finish that 3rd creature layer, I have 300,000 combat XP. And I'm capped. Jubug, to check what badges you have, type /EX, short for examine, a space, and then me. SR Man cheered because Mobius Moon. Thanks for the bits, SR Man. First a donation, then bits. Appreciate it. Yeah, /EX space me, M-E, and hit enter, and it'll examine yourself. Alternatively, I think if you open up your community window and go to character, no, maybe it's your character sheet.
Will be with you always.
Yeah, if you open up your character sheet, you can go to personal. It'll be listed here. Blarg subscribed, man. Thanks, dude. Now you can use that kick-ass helmet emote in chat. I'm really proud of that helmet emote, by the way. Yeah, Blarg, I think you're the first person I've seen in my chat with the verified checkbox. I'm guessing, like you said, you spend a lot of time on Twitch. What do you stream? Primarily. Let's get training. I can get hunting 3 now. And where is our rifleman trainer? He's in Karen, right outside the starport. So let's go over to Karen and get training in counter sniping 1. It'll give us a little bit of block I don't think we're going to use Flushing Shot very much, but the block will help give us a little bit more defense. MMO content like WoW Poke 1, which is a Pokemon MMO. Never heard of it. Orbis VR, which is a VR MMO, and you just started banging out SWG streams. Very cool, dude. There are a couple people that stream Galaxies. A lot have kind of like come and gone. I've been doing the YouTube thing for like 5 years now. But it's not like... YouTube and Twitch is not my primary source of income. So I just kind of do it when I can. There was a time where I was taking like YouTube and Twitch a lot more seriously, like putting out a video a day on YouTube, but I just don't have that kind of time anymore. That was weird. Yeah, guys, if you want, go ahead and check out Blarg's channel. It sounds like he does a lot of MMO stuff. Could be fun to watch, especially Galaxy's content. Alright, so there we got counter sniping 1. 2 more skills to go before we get our Flushing Shot 2. Long Snoot, you were thinking of doing some SWG streams as well? I know there's another SWG streamer named Mr. Sheepdog that I believe was putting together like a streamer guild in-game. Now, I have a guild in-game. It was SWGU, which was kind of built around helping new players. But it has been pretty dead for the past year and a half, and I'm probably going to disband it. I just talked about not having enough time to do YouTube and Twitch. I don't have enough time to really do, like, organize a guild and manage a guild in-game. So if you guys are interested in doing, like, a streamer guild, you might want to reach out to Mr. Sheepdog. I don't have to shout you out, man. Hey, you subbed.
The Force will be with you, always.
Ian B, thanks for the sub as well. Really appreciate you guys coming in with the Twitch Prime. What was I doing here? Hunter. No, Scout. Hunter. There is no Hunter. Bounty Hunter. Scout training. I need hunting. Hunting, that's what I needed the training in. That's where I got the Hunter word from. Hunting 3. Cool. Okay, so what did that give us? Scout, Hunting 3. Just more creature harvesting and creature knowledge. Oh, your old username is still on my donation list? Yeah, by the way, the donation list, I think it's up to date, minus the $5 that SR just donated earlier. But I do manually update that. I don't know if there's like a widget or something that Twitch does to automatically track donations and stuff, but I have not spent a whole lot of time configuring my Twitch channel, or like, I don't have chat on screen and stream, as you guys have already been, I'm sure you're aware. But yeah, I'll update that after the stream goes down. And I'll change your name over to Blarg, so people know it's you. Hey, there's Forelli. We were just talking, well, we weren't just talking about you, but we were talking about you earlier and helping out with the DWB thing the other day.
I I am here because you are here.
Clark, donate 25. Get you some nice food while you're out today, my man. Nice. I actually do have to go grocery shopping, so you just bought me a couple meals. You had that name 3 years ago? Man, I don't even feel like I've been on Twitch for 3 years. I guess I have, though. That's crazy. Three years. I'm trying to remember what I was doing 3 years ago. Yeah, you were just laughing because that's how long I've been away. 3 years ago, waiting on Publish 8. Yeah, pretty much. Yo, whose is this? Vika? Is there a Vika nearby? There is. Wow, I feel bad. And this artisan out there, like, sampling resources just kind of left his land speeder sitting out. It's probably going to blow up soon. Let's see if he's there. If he's not AFK, I think we have... Do I have an extra vehicle to give him? I can give him my land speeder. Let's see if he's there. No, AFK. Oh well. We're now in mature Pub 9. Dude, Forelli, I looked back at the release date for Pub 9, and it was like end of August or early August or something like that. It was in August. So we're coming up on a year now, man. What page are you guys on for your Publish 10 checklist? Do you know? And what can we expect? If you're allowed to talk about this, of course. What kind of stuff can we expect to see in Pub 10? It was like August 5th. That sounds about right. Pub 10 checklist is on page 5. Very nice, very nice. You know, I don't think I've ever even looked at the Publish 10 checklist. I used to look at the Publish 9 one all the time. Let me see if I can find it. Hey, I found it. I'll post it in chat if you guys want to check it out. It's just a Google spreadsheet of all of the like commits and stuff that they've been making. So here you go. If any of you guys are interested to see that. Having a hard time deciding on using your LVA or NSEL for layers. LVA. I know it's Night Sister Energy Lance. What's LVA? I'm gonna feel so stupid when you tell me. Long vibroax, right. For layers? I don't know. Do layers don't even have resistances. I don't think it matters. Long vascular appendage. Hey, if you can use your long vascular appendage on layers, more power to you. Oh, on Fombas. The Vibro Axe Is that, shoot, like, I feel like I should know this. Is that the electricity weapon, or is that kinetic? Because really, that's all you gotta do to determine which you should use, is just look at the energy type and then look at their resistances. That doesn't matter. They're basically 20% resist. Oh no, electricity is 60%, yeah. So definitely use the, I don't know if it's energy and kinetic, it doesn't matter. They don't, Fombas don't have armor, so you don't have to worry about armor piercing or anything like that. Or, see, this is one of those other things that I should really make a video on, but I gotta look it up myself. If you use an armor-piercing weapon on a non-armored target, don't you still benefit from that? I feel like you do. Yeah, so if you attack a target with armor piercing and your armor piercing is greater than the target's armor, you get a 25% damage increase. So if you attack a target that doesn't have any armor with a weapon that has armor piercing, you get a 25% damage bonus. If I'm reading this guide correctly, which I think I am. It's gonna be kind of close. I think we're alright now. Drewbug, you're making your way to Jabba's palace. Yeah, go ahead, man. I think it's gonna be really easy for you to figure out where you were. The worst part of your grind this week was the Imperial Escort theme park. Yeah, all of the escort missions in Galaxies are terrible. The NPCs just move so slowly. Alright, we're gonna recover some health here. We've already used up 1 hour on our buffs. We've only got 1 scout skill left to get before we can start working on Novice Creature Handler. Rifleman, we're still got a lot of ways to go. Spray stick is still in pretty good condition. Armor... it's pretty good except the boots. I mean, it's fine for now, but the boots are going to be the first piece to go, it looks like. Got a ton of wounds. Battle fatigue off the charts. Well, not literally, but I don't usually get battle fatigue more than 250. Oh, damn it. I did not mean to do that. Targets sprint to catch up to you once you stop. What do you mean? Do the Gorax drop anything other than bone shards that's worthwhile? Don't remember their drop table, but saw I did a vid on them. No, I don't think so. I think the Gorax right now is just for bragging rights. if you kite them and then stop. Blarg, you're going to be grinding albatrosses later to prep RIS. I have a Master Ranger that I used to use to, like, what do you do, area track for him? Still offer the badge then? I don't believe there is a badge for the Gorax. Forelli can correct me on that though if I'm wrong. Could have been your accelerated speed. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen that, Forelli. I haven't seen NPCs sprinting to catch up to me. You're gonna feel stupid for asking this, but what are crystals for? First of all, you should never, ever feel stupid about asking a question, especially in this stream. It's kind of the whole point. Crystals are used for, are used by Jedi to put in their lightsabers. So if it's a crystal with color, the crystal simply determines the color of the lightsaber blade. But if it is a white crystal, that crystal will add to how much damage the lightsaber does. If you're not a Jedi, however, crystals are simply used as paperweights. Honestly, that's not even true. Some people, like if you're really into house decorating, I've seen crystals used for some ridiculous house decorations. Like I personally, I have a crystal wall in the main room of my guild hall. Yep, Blarg is true. It can make pool tables. Blarg... no, I'm not on Mobius right now. Blarg... I don't remember the... No, never mind. That was Blarp. I was gonna say, when you played previously... Did you used to have a character in-game that would say Blarg all the time, but it wasn't Blarg, it was Blarp. So never mind, that's not you. You have a crystal, so that's good. It is good. Crystals are generally not very expensive. You can farm them pretty easily. A lot of bounty hunter targets drop them. Night Sisters and stuff will drop them. But they are cool to like put in your house. They look pretty. Your OG character was Malto. Nah, that wasn't. I think the character's name was actually Blarp. OG EMU character, yeah. Forelli, can you confirm from earlier we were talking about the Gorax? Killing the Gorax doesn't get you anything, right? Currently, like no badge, and there's no like unique loot that it drops. It's just pretty much for bragging rights right now. You don't see a badge for it? Alright. Yeah, I didn't think so. I think they added a badge for it in live, like post-NGE or something. But I'm pretty sure that at this point in Galaxy's history, the Gorax was there as an Easter egg for the Ewok Adventures movie. Because that's where the Gorax is from. One of those, like, old television-only Star Wars movies that came out in, like, the 80s. Why can't I harvest this guy? Where does the game think this guy is standing? There it is. Usually you have to stand by their feet. Those movies were awful. You added them to your Plex recently? Yeah, there's 2 of them, right? I don't remember what they were called. One of them I think was just... I don't remember. I remember it had something to do with like this little, like a family crash landed on Endor post Return of the Jedi, and like a little girl and something. It was kind of like a Hansel and Gretel story, right? Where like the parent or someone was kidnapped by the Gorax. I think the parents were kidnapped by the Gorax, and then like this little girl and Wicket and like I think she had a brother had to like team up and rescue him from the Gorax. Yeah, the Ewok Adventure and Ewok Battle for Endor. You never knew the Gorax existed, then when the emulator had the event a couple years ago, you thought it was modded in? That's funny. No, yeah, it was always in, but it was in, like, it wasn't in as, you know, like, go kill this thing and get a badge. It was literally just an Easter egg reference to that movie. But it's such a rare spawn that it's like, it's fun for people to go Gorax hunting because, you know, to like find it and kill it is kind of a big deal, even though you don't get anything for it. Yeah, little blonde girl. You learn shit constantly working on this project, I can imagine. This game's got a ton of references to other Star Wars games and books and stuff. It's pretty awesome. It's kind of like how World of Warcraft has a whole bunch of references to pop culture and movies. This game does that same thing, but they're all contained within the Star Wars universe. Yeah, you remember the first time you saw Mara Jade at the Imp theme park, and do they actually call her Mara Jade, or do they call her the Emperor's Hand? Yep, you got Thrawn. I think the one that blew me away was not really even a major character like Mara Jade, but somewhere on Naboo, you have all of the, I guess not all of them, but you have the 2 of the main characters from the game Star Wars Starfighter. You have Reese Dallows, who is an RSF pilot, and you have Vanna Sage. And then obviously the other main character from Starfighter was Nim. And that, like, the whole fact that Locke is in this game is a huge reference to Star Wars Starfighter because they made up the planet Locke for that game. And Nim was a playable character, and I guess they just needed an interesting planet, so they decided to use Locke in Galaxies and gave Nim his own, like, place. But it's cool that the other characters are here. I think, isn't like Talon Card somewhere in here too? And it's just a whole lot of like Legends characters are all in this game. Captain Akbar, yeah, because he's not an admiral yet. You know your lore? Jeez, have you been to a celebration? I haven't. I would love to go to a celebration at some point. And the only reason I know what I know about Star Wars is because I've played just about every Star Wars game. I haven't actually read that many novels, but I kinda, like, I've read some of the summaries for the different novel, like, series. So I know, like, the gist of a lot of the different expanded universe stories, even if I haven't actually read them. The only ones that I have read, I read the Thrawn trilogy or saga or whatever by Timothy Zahn, and that was amazing. I read some of the X-Wing books with like Karan Horn and Talon Card, and that was pretty cool. I've never read like was it like the New Jedi Order or whatever that has like the Yuzan Vong invasion. I've never read that, but I feel like that would be interesting to read at some point. Blarg, you got attacked by Sith. Hopefully you beat them. And Chicago is next? Well, I'll have to take a look and see when it is. And see if I can afford tickets. It would be cool to go and potentially meet up with people that know me through galaxies. Got the datapad first kill? Nice. You made it all the way to Bib. How much longer do you have to complete the park? Bib, I don't remember exactly how many missions he has, but after you're done with Bib, you have to talk to the little protocol droid that's standing in front of Jabba. I believe that protocol droid has 7 missions, and those are the last ones that you have to do. But yeah, if you're on Bib, you're almost done. Why can't I get on my bike? Bib has 4 and the droid has like 8. Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to pull just one, but we should be able to tank 4 now, especially that we have a little extra block. What do you really miss, Blarg? You say jump to light speed? Because that's what I really miss. Bug in PEX to place things in your player city for events. Who's PEX? Was that like a CSR? I actually remember the name of like one of the CSRs on the server that I first played on in Galaxy back in Live was Nerdus. And the CSR that we dealt with most of the time was CSR Jesse D. I would love to be able to like get in touch with him again, because he actually helped us out with some pretty cool stuff back in Live too. You would talk to him for storyteller deeds, the actor deeds, yeah. I mean, you still have, even in the emulator here, we have event promoter NPCs that you can get certain things from. I've done a couple of videos on them talking about the different stuff that you can get from them, like props and stuff to decorate your town with, or like legions of stormtroopers you can spawn in and stand around. I don't think you can like fight them, but they look cool. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that you definitely need a CSR. He would play Vader at the events. That stuff's fun. Hey, Luna. Keep forgetting to log on during the weekends to catch you. Well, my weekend is Sunday, Monday. So yesterday and today is my weekend, but I really only stream on Monday. Sunday I do whatever video recording I can do. I think I made something like 5 videos yesterday. Trying to get ahead of the curve. Special events, another badge-related memory. Yeah, like, for those that don't know, Forelli, the moderator here, is actually one of the quality assurance staff members for the project. So if you guys have any questions that I can't answer, a lot of the times he can. Especially about, you know, like the inner workings of the project. How long am I going to be on SWG this evening? I think for like another 40 minutes or so. Yeah, my mind buffs have 40 minutes left on them. So we'll see how many more layers we can kill in the next 40 minutes. And then I might take a short break, and then I might come back and stream some Tarkov. I really should go grocery shopping, but I kind of don't want to. Shoot, I forgot to respond to this text message. Capturing the true SWG experience, texting while fighting mobs. Absolutely. What did somebody call this sandwich combat? I forget where I read that. I think it was in like one of the SWG, how SWG died videos or something. They call this combat system as sandwich combat, where you queue up a bunch of skills and then go make a sandwich. What's the command to check force sensitivity? I think it's just /check, isn't it? Yeah, /check. And Luna, you should set up a vendor so you can drop off some stuff for you. Alright, I can do that. I can do that as soon as my buffs wear off on this tune. I'll switch over. Actually, I can probably do it while I'm on this tune. No, I can't handle 5. Come on, all I need is 1 to break off. Ideally 2. There. That was just one. It said you feel a surge of the force within you. Is that close? I believe that is close. Blar got your village waypoint. Time to do phase 1. Good luck, man. Depending on what quest you do, phase 1's not that hard. It's that damn melee accuracy quest on phase 3 is such a pain in the ass, though. And everybody wants to do it because you get that special lightsaber crystal. Crypto, what will this character be? This character is Phenodin. He's the character that I started in my very first Galaxies video. And since I never actually played him, I decided we'll make this a stream-only character. So this is a character that I only ever play on Monday afternoons when I stream. And it's kind of up to you guys, the viewers, to tell me what to do with him. So at this point, we are going for a Rifleman Creature Handler. It's kind of what Stream voted on when I first started him.
I am here because you are here.
SR, another $15. Add a little more for groceries. Alright, fine. I'll go grocery shopping. Let me get me some hamburgers. Come back and do some cooking. I'm gonna stream from my phone. Cooking with Mobius 1. You don't want to ever do that quest again, ever? Yeah, guess what? You're gonna have to help me do it eventually. Is there a way to fast travel? No, there's not. No, there is not. They did add fast travel vehicles to get to live at some point, and they kind of ruined the game in a lot of ways. Like open world PvP, I mean, we don't really see a whole lot of open world PvP on Basilisk because PvP has been so fine-tuned that you either dominate at PvP or you just suck at PvP. There's no middle ground to it. And because of that, you don't really see it. But back in live, when people, you know, didn't have as good of an understanding of all the mechanics as we do now, open world PvP used to happen a lot at starports while people were like waiting for the shuttle to show up. You'd get jumped by other factions. And when they added the instant travel vehicles, which was their form of fast travel, it allows you to bypass waiting at starports. So that kind of killed the whole like open world PvP thing. Gotta be less time consuming to make actual food than mastering the chef profession? It does. It is absolutely less time. Yeah, so much so that they destroyed Restis, my hometown, I'll tell you, to make a canned PvP arena. Which is weird, because they had PvP battle zones that never worked. You guys remember, it's not in the emulator because they removed them, but if you guys played in live, those very, very early days in live, you would drive around the planets, and you would see these, like, really tall, like, pillars. Let me see if I can find a picture of them on Google. With, like, a barrier that went around this entire area. That it made kind of like an arena-style looking thing. Those were supposed to be PvP battlegrounds, like, in the open world. But they never worked. They never, like, got them working the way they were supposed to. It's gonna be a real crapshoot trying to find a picture of this on Google. It's all just NGE photos of Restus. Somebody's got to have a photo of it somewhere. Oh god, now we're getting into the Old Republic photos. This is not what I was looking for. Oh, you got pictures of them here? The first link didn't work. This doesn't have photos. I need pictures! You only had one mission to do for Bib? Well, that just means you did the other ones before. You only had one left. There's one. Wait. Let me click. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so here. So this is what it looks like. You would just be driving around in the open world and you would stumble across one of these guys. These pillars with like this force field, see, like around the top is like a banner, and it made a huge circle just in the open world. And when you entered it, it would flag you for PvP, and some of them had like bases in them that you could try, like the rebels would have to destroy like the Imperial base or vice versa. And yeah, it was really cool. I think they should try to bring those back because it would probably make people a little bit more interested in PvP again. Especially if they did like a territory control game. Where like... They kind of do that now with the bases that you get from like the faction recruiters. Where depending on like if a planet has more rebel bases than Imperial bases, it makes rebel NPCs spawn in the towns. That's why like Mos Eisley sometimes has stormtroopers and sometimes it has rebel soldiers. It has to do with like the number of bases on the planet, I believe. They were disabled before 14.1, but the arenas remained in world, so they will eventually be added. See, that's so weird. Like, if you're gonna take the time to add them in, they might as well like make them functional. Like, I'm talking about post 14.1 or post 1.0 or whatever you want to call it. Once the project is done. Anyone else do dueling tourneys in Nim's Circle? Not there, but we did used to go to like the light side Jedi Enclave on Yavin and do dueling tournaments in like one of the dueling chambers. come on. Did I just read that? Naked Chef? Somebody just joined the group named Naked Chef. Stand up! Don't stand up, he's naked. So, I said this earlier when there wasn't nearly as many people in stream as there is now, but for those that haven't been aware, I just recently restarted playing Knights of the Old Republic 2 on my channel. It was a series that I started like almost a year ago. I got 3 episodes into it and then I went to Academy, so I had to stop. And now we're back into it. I'm going to be posting 1 episode a week every Tuesday, so tomorrow. And I'm already a couple episodes ahead in recording. And I'm going to be posting an additional episode every week on my Patreon. So for $1 a month, if you guys sub to me on Patreon, you get 1 week early access to all of my video series. And I say all of my video series, not just Knights of the Old Republic 2, because on Thursday, I'm going to be starting a new Star Wars game series that I have not announced yet. So when the first episode goes live for that on Thursday, you'll be able to see 2 episodes on Patreon. And then, you know, as it goes on week by week, you'll get the following episode on Patreon a week ahead of YouTube. So I know a lot of like reaction people have that have Patreons for their YouTube do that sort of stuff, so I figured I'd try to do it too. A lot of them charge like $5 or even $10 a month for early access. I'm only doing 1, so because like I said earlier, YouTube and Patreon and Twitch and all this stuff is not my primary source of income. Like, I have a career, so the money is more just like a way to show your appreciation. So you get a little bit of early access for $1 a month. It's not really that big of a deal. But I just figured I'd let you guys know. And I do know these streams go up on YouTube too, and some people watch them. So if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, hi, thanks. You can check it out too. I want to know what question he's got for Ellie. It's probably Jedi related. Forelli is a pleb. Forelli is a pleb on Bassi, but he's a beast on Nova. He was one-shot in SBDs the other night. Those SBDs wanted nothing to do with Forelli. How's my Jedi Force-sensitive grind going? Slowly. It's been a really long time, actually, since I've been on my tune. Probably like a week. Yeah, Forelli could one-shot the entire DWB on Nova if he wanted. You don't mess with Forelli on Nova. Could you one-shot a whole planet, Forelli? If you buff the area... Dude, I want to test that. Can we test that? Can I sign into Nova, go, like, to one corner of the map, like, really far in the corner, have a bunch of creatures spawn around me, and then you go in the total opposite corner, and then, like, set your kill range to, like, the size of the planet? Come on, let's do it. Forelli, I just read your messages on Discord. That is a pretty interesting idea. Oh, that's right. I need to set up a vendor. I think I can answer that. Hold on. Yeah, you're on step 4 of 6. You feel the force surge within you is 4. Next, you have a strong sense of the force within you. And then lastly, you have an inner glow. We have time to do 2 more missions. We have time to do like 1 more. I'm gonna stop in here real quick. Wow, that's so much battle fatigue. It's a nice arrangement of troops outside. I didn't even really notice them. Here's a Jedi. A Teppo. Yeah, I stopped listening, but... Oh. Weird. Thanks. Hey, somebody just looted a holocron. Oh, all these troops. Yeah, they're spread out. Not being all claustrophobic inside. Alright, Luna, I'm going to see if I can't set up a vendor real quick. What's my favorite planet? It's a good question. I think I'd probably have to say Naboo. It's very peaceful. It's pretty. The music is nice when you're actually listening to the music, which I don't get to do. Oh shoot, my house is running out of maintenance on this tune. You hate Rory. I've got a weird relationship with Rory. I mean, objectively, I don't really like it. It's very dreary and dull. But in an odd way, I'm attracted to it because that's where I started back in Live. So it's kind of nostalgic for me because I remember running around on Rory as like a green-ass noob. Like, that didn't know any better. That thought somebody could actually run me over on their swoop. So, like, while Rory aesthetically is not very pleasing to me, just the nostalgia factor for Rory makes me like it. Yeah, I don't really like Narmal. Restus was such a cool city, man. Like, it had, like, gardens and stuff in the middle of the streets. It was a nice, large city. Yeah, they cleared out the building in front of the starport, right? What the hell? The maintenance in this house is fine. I have another house on this tune that I don't know about? Oh crap, I guess I do. Let's destroy this house, don't need it anymore. Alright, Luna, I'm going to try and set up a small house on Tatooine with a vendor in it. Oh, it's not a big deal. Oh shoot, not paying attention. This is what I get. Wait, how many is aggroed on me? 4? Alright, we might be able to tank 4. Yeah, Locke, the loading theme to Locke is great. It's like the Qui-Gon's funeral music from Phantom Menace. See, yo, I'm just gonna say this. I've probably said this on a live stream before, but I'm gonna say it again. The prequel movies, while they might not be great, like plot-wise or acting-wise or anything, the music, man, for episodes 1, 2, and 3, amazing. It's the best thing to come out of the prequels is those soundtracks. We're doing alright against 4 of these now. I want to stand up, but I'm dizzy. There we go. Yeah, like I collect... I haven't added any to my collection in a while, other than like Solo. But I collect soundtracks. And all the prequel ones are great. I have like the Phantom Menace Extended or Ultimate Edition or something like that. That had a bunch of tracks from the movie that weren't included in the original soundtrack. I even have the soundtrack for Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, the movie that never happened. Not only the game that came out on Nintendo 64 and PC, but that game, Shadows of the Empire, was originally supposed to be a movie, and they actually made the soundtrack for it, even though the movie never happened. It was supposed to be one of those straight-to-TV movies, kind of like the Ewok Adventures we were talking about. So maybe it's a good thing that it didn't happen. You had the SWG jukebox music on YouTube, but it got muted after 5K views. Yeah, that's why I gotta be really careful with what music I use in my videos, because if they don't get muted, then they at least get like copyright claims on them. And then what's worse than like me not being able to monetize them is like when they throw ads on them and the copyright holder of the music is the one profiting off of the ads that run on my videos. I don't understand how that makes sense. Like, how can I make a video, and I get it, if I don't have, you know, the rights to the music in the video I make, sure, I shouldn't be able to make, you know, profit off of it. But how does the owner of the music get to make profit off of my video? Right? Like, it's like being hypocritical. It's like, no, you can't make money off of this because it's your video and not your music. But this guy over here who owns the music, he's gonna make money off of your video because he owns the music. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Nobody should make money off of it. It should just not be able to be monetized. But somehow I'm, you know, my content is funding some big corporation that owns the rights to this music. Yeah, especially when it's like a 30-second sound clip and now my half-hour video is not able to be monetized. Luckily, YouTube's like remove song tool has gotten a little bit better to where now, like, even after the video has been uploaded, you can go in and have like that 30-second clip of your video muted and the rest of it will be fine. But like years ago, before that tool wasn't working properly, if I uploaded a video and a 30-second clip of it got copyright flagged, I would have to take that video back into my editor, edit that 30 seconds to where you couldn't hear the music anymore, re-render the video, re-upload the video, and pray that it didn't get hit a second time. That was a pain in the ass. Like I said, it's a little easier to deal with now, but it still sucks. As a matter of fact, the second episode of the new series that I'm starting on Thursday has multiple small sections of the video muted because the music got picked up and YouTube freaked out. And I didn't want to re-record it, so I had YouTube mute those couple sections. And yeah, it's kind of annoying to be watching a video and all of a sudden the audio goes out for a couple seconds, but yeah, you'll deal with it. And then I just lowered the music volume for the following episode, so no problems there. Where are we at with our buffs? Oh crap, we have 2 minutes left on our buffs. I don't know if we're gonna get through this mission, guys. I don't have brandy on this tune. Blarg, I'm trying to remember if I did the Phase 1 patrol mission. I think as long as you don't get too close, you should be alright. Would speeding up or slowing down the sound bypass the AI that works on some platforms? Probably, but then do you really want to be... You know what? I actually tried that. What's really weird is I did that on my Java's theme park videos. There were parts where I used the track Hyperspace from the Empire Strikes Back soundtrack. During my traveling back and forth for some of my missions, I like sped up the video, used that track, and I even sped up the audio for the track to make it like not get detected. And what was weird is it worked. It worked for a really long time. And then like a year later, I got a copyright claim on it. So I haven't done that because not only has it shown to like not work all the time, but when you speed it up or slow it down too much and it distorts it, it's kind of like, what's the point of using it at that point anyway? Because then it doesn't sound like it's supposed to. So what I really like is the Stellaris music that I use for streaming seems to be okay. The some of the tracks from the Old Republic seem to be okay. So on a lot of my videos I use music from the Old Republic. I forget what else I use. Sometimes I use tracks from EVE Online, but even a couple of those have been getting flagged lately. And I am subscribed to a couple channels on YouTube that put out royalty-free music. But I haven't really used any of them because they just don't seem to really fit my content. Yeah, we're not gonna be... Oh wait, are we done? Was that the second wave? Oh wow, we finished that just in time. We got 2 minutes left on our mind buff. Exactly. Done. That was perfectly timed, guys. Where's my swoop? There it is. See, what I am afraid of, though, is like a year or two from now, this Stellaris music is going to start setting off YouTube alarms, and I don't know how many of my videos are going to like suddenly light up with copyright claims. If this music ever starts to get, you know, copyright protected like that, like my channel might get banned because there's just so many videos with this music playing. If my channel disappears randomly one day, guys, that's probably why. Alright, let's see. Let's take a look at our skills and see where we got to. We actually got pretty far up counter-sniping, too. So, we are without a doubt going to get this next week. We'll probably even get Rifle Abilities 1, because that's pretty close to getting done, too. Under Scout, we didn't quite get Hunting 4 today, but we will absolutely get Hunting 4 next week. And, let's see, wait, how much did it take for Hunting 4? So that's 15,000 for Hunting 4, which we trained Hunting 3, and we got 10,000. So we got roughly maybe 12 or 13,000 Scouting XP today. If we look at Novice Creature Handler, we need another 17,500. So, based on how much XP we got today, and how much we need to get Novice Creature Handler and the rest of Hunting 4, we probably won't get Novice Creature Handler next week, but we'll probably be really close to it. We'll probably be like maybe 2,000 or 3,000 Scouting XP off of Novice Creature Handler at the end of next week's stream. For Rifleman, though, like I said, we'll definitely get Counter Sniping 2, maybe be about 3/4, like half of the way, 3/4 of the way to counter sniping 3, and then the rest of the rifleman grind is going to be a lot faster because of flushing shot 2. Medic we didn't work on because we need to be healing people for that. Marksman, we do qualify for range support 4, but we're not going to get it because it doesn't really give us anything all that beneficial right now. And I'll probably get some stim packs on Mobius and trade them over so that we can actually benefit from Novice Medic. Because right now we have it, but we're not using it. I want to heal up a little bit. Do I need a Dancer Medic XP bot? No. I don't think so. I'll just sit here and heal some of these health wounds. Is it a bad idea to throw 4/4XX medics in with all your combat tunes? You've been doing it for the Stim Bs. If you're going to be putting points into medic for combat tunes, you probably want to go up to Pharmacology 3, because that'll let you use Stim Cs. After that, you definitely want First Aid 2 for the First Aid ability to stop bleeding. You don't really need that. And then this one is just for healing speed. So maybe like 2-3-3 or 2-4-3. Because the extra healing you're going to get from the Stim Cs is going to be more than the healing you're going to get from the extra 40 points of injury treatment you get here. So you definitely want that instead. Treating bleeding is really good, and then this is just makes your healing faster. Yeah, this is going to take a while. Yeah, see what Serena says is, or Serena is actually kind of along what I was saying. What do you get with Pharmacology 4, though, Serena? Can you use Stim Ds with that? Because I know you only need Pharmacology 3 for Stim Cs as long as they've been experimented down. But I'm not sure what menu use is needed for Stim Ds. Whoops. Alright, we're gonna see where we can build a small house and set up a quick vendor. Medicine use tapes were disabled, so you actually cannot do that anymore. Is this spot big enough to build a house in? Nope. Server really needs a wipe just to get rid of all these extra houses. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Hey. All right. How do we do this vendor stuff again? No, we use the terminal, that's right. So, create vendor. Do we want a terminal or a droid? The only droid we can do is a robo bartender, so we'll just do a terminal. The vendor. There we go. Vendor, the vendor. Oops. Initialize vendor. And here we go. All right. send you a waypoint to it. Or you're writing down the coordinates. Just tell me your character's name. And I'll mail it to you. Sent. Alright, let me just see. Turn this off so you guys can't see my Jedi Toons character name. Alright, so the last thing I want to do then, before I call it a day, let's look at what we can do. Stimpack Ds. GM, that's some good fruit. I'm gonna use some really freaking high quality components here. Yeah, long snoot it is. Alright, we got a great success. So, okay. So, the base medicine use for Stim D is 40. So, you get 5 at novice, 10, 20, 30, 40. So, okay. So, at Pharmacology 4, you can use Stim Ds without needing to be experimented down. Now, I don't think we can experiment down to 30 with the Stim D. And even if you could, is it even worth it? Let's try it. I don't think you'll be able to get down to 30. It's going to be close. You might. Holy crap, you can. Okay. I'll put the rest of them into effectiveness. Wow, alright. So I can actually make a Stimpack D that you only need Pharmacology 3 to use. 658 effectiveness and 44 quantity. So let me see now. If I make a C, how does that compare? Interesting. 664 with 38 uses. I actually think the C is going to be better than the D. It's really close, though. What about the widescreen for Ellie? Let's go back to the D though, and now let's make one without experimenting on the oops, no. Damn. I don't want to do that. Did I really just screw myself? For Ellie, we broke the game again. For Ellie. It wouldn't let me unload components. Wow, that's a lot stronger. All right, Blarg, you still in chat? So I just did a little bit of medicine crafting, and it looks like if you go up the Pharmacology 3 medic branch, at 3 you can either get, as long as the doctor making them knows what he's doing, you can use either Stimpack Cs that have been experimented up to, with, at least with the resources that I use. Obviously these values can change. About 664 points of healing with 38 uses, or a Stimpack D, which is 658 charge or effectiveness with 44 uses. So it's less than a 10-point difference, but the Ds get you 6 more uses for a little bit less power. However, I'm waiting for this D to pop out, and the memes are, you know, go ahead. Okay, or if you go all the way up to Pharmacology 4, the Stim Ds, since they don't need to be experimented on to reduce their medicine use, the experimentation can go all into the effectiveness, and that brings the power up to, in my case, 958. So that is like almost a 300-point difference over the Cs. So yeah, going up to Pharmacology 4 is probably worth it. Let me just see, to complete the entire thing, what is needed to make a stim E. Amazing success. Okay, so Stim E at the base level requires medicine use of 45. So it's 5, 10, 20, 30, 40. So you would either need Master Medic or this would have to be experimented down to 40. So let's experiment this down to 40. And then put the rest into effectiveness. There you go. Pharmacology 4 lets you get a Stimpack E with healing of 1,082 and 51 charges. That's pretty damn good. Science! I love being Master Doctor, but I haven't been paying attention to resource spawns lately, so there's probably been a lot better resources for medicine that have spawned and gone that I don't have, which is kind of sad, but I can't wait when Sun Crusher finally comes up and we get like completely fresh resources, like no more server best anythings. Everything gets reset. It's gonna be fun to be like on top of the resource game again. If you want these meds too, I'll hold on to them for you. Or I can give them to you. Where are you at? Are you on Dathomir Blarg? Alright, I'll come. So you forgot to do 10 patrols? Yeah. Yep. And the range keeps getting further and further. Just realized I'm driving halfway across Dathomir unbuffed. This was wise. Alright, I'm gonna make this delivery and then I'm gonna hop off. I do have an extra swoop. You could just take this one and I'll flash speeder back. Wait, you don't have a flash speeder? You should have the vet reward flash speeder. You can generate them for 20k with the /flash speeder command. They're about as fast as swoops. Supposed to be the same speed, but for some reason, to me, they seem like they're a little slower. I have a crate of swoops too. I do. I have 2 extra swoops right here. If I make it there. I don't even think I'm gonna drive back to the science outpost. I'm getting hungry. Should create a Spotify playlist and then post in chat. We can play the music along with stream. You mean like of Star Wars music, or what kind of music you talking about? Oh, okay, there you go. Of all your favorite Star Wars music. Could do that. The only problem with that is that I can't hear it. Because I would need to be listening to it too. Oh, that's right. I can't go into the village. Blarg, I need your location. Does anyone else feel like Aurelia was referenced in The Force Awakens? I swear the village at the beginning of the movie reminded you of Aurelia. That's an interesting observation. I'll have to watch it again. Yeah, Blarg, if you just leave the village to the west, I'm out here driving in circles. Oh, that's not him. There he is. Largo. If I could trade this to you. Frelly, we're going to try to break the game again. Aw. Here, first take all these. I'm gonna have to take the swoops out of my backpack. Ah, it wasn't necessary, man. You saw, I just threw those together right here. I carry a bunch of crafting materials and crap on me. Should see my stockpile back on lock. I'm gonna go buy another crate of those. I think those are the only ones I have. Yeah. Alright, I'm just going to log off here though. I don't want to drive all the way back. I'm going to take the stream down, go grab something to eat. And maybe come back, play a little Escape from Tarkov on stream. Maybe not. We'll see. But, that's enough galaxies for today. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thank you to Blarg and, was it Ian? The other guy? Ian B, I think? For subscribing. Yeah. Thank you guys for the subscriptions. Thank you, Blarg and SR, for your donations. Very generous of you. Yep, look forward to another KOTOR 2 video tomorrow. New series on Thursday. Early access on Patreon. And another Galaxy stream next week. Until then, guys, thanks for hanging out. Maybe I'll see you again a little later on if I do Tarkov and if you guys feel like tuning into that. But if not, I'll see you next week.